I love being lean. If you know me, if you follow me on social media, you know that I love cutting, love having abs, love having bicep veins. And honestly, I just feel so sick when I'm lean. Over the years, I've had comments that I cut way too much and that I'm trying to shred out of existence. Now, because I love cutting so much, it means that most of the year I am lean, which is exactly what I want. But what happens when I stop it all? Stop all the calorie counting, stop all the cardio, and I completely flip the script and dedicate a period of time to simply gaining weight. Now, the title of this video is most likely going to be I stopped cutting for 60 days or I stopped dieting for 2 months, something like that. And some of you may be thinking, Hal, it's the peak of summer. We're in July. Surely you're not going to stop cutting and just disregard how lean you are over the summer. Surely I'm not going to stop cutting and I don't care about how lean I look anymore. But that's kind of where I am. Let me explain. So, as we all know, the average gym boy over winter eats as much as possible, within reason, to try and gain as much mass as possible. And then over summer, they go on a cut, try and shred all the fat off to reveal the gains that they've made over the winter months. Probably because they have like a summer holiday they're going on and they don't want to look like a piece of shit when they're walking along the beach. Which is fair. Now this year, I didn't completely throw that concept out of the window. Over the winter, I did bulk, I did try and put on as much size and strength as possible. The only difference I made was I started my cut for summer a lot earlier than expected. Why? Well, let me take you back to the beginning of 2025. I definitely knew that I wanted to go on at least one holiday this year, and the only available time that I could do so was in April, which is quite early in the year for a summer holiday. But nevertheless, I booked it, and what did I do? I got f***ing shredded for it. I cut my calories, I got on the cardio machines, I did loads and loads of steps, and I went from 93 kilograms all the way down to 94, 95 kilograms. And as you can see on the screen now, the change was pretty drastic. And of course, as many people do, they don't realize it, but at the time, I was very, very lean. And when I went on that holiday in April, I felt great. I had boys in the hotel that I was staying at coming up to me, complimenting how big I looked, how lean I looked. And I even had someone's mum ask if she could buy me. Like, she wanted to buy me, which fairs, I guess. Now, on this holiday, when it came to eating and drinking, I didn't restrict myself in the slightest. A holiday is a holiday. I'm there to enjoy myself and have fun and do whatever I want. I ate loads, I drank more, and I came back and I felt all right. I didn't feel like I looked that bad, considering how ham I went on that holiday. So I got back, and in my head, my summer holiday for 2025 is done. So what is my incentive for being lean anymore? And there just wasn't one. So I stopped dieting, I stopped the cut, and I decided to main gain instead. Essentially what that means is going on a bulk, but controlling the amount of calories I eat so I don't gain too much excess fat. However, that lasted only a month, because then I got a surprise invite on a lad's holiday to Malia. So I was faced with a dilemma. Do I put myself through the pain and boredom of going on another cut, reducing my calories, cardio, steps, just so I can look a little bit better on the lad's holiday? Or do I just stay on this gradual weight gain journey, which in the long term will be better for me, but taking the hit of maybe feeling more insecure on holiday? And in the end, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I spoke to Joe, who's probably the only person I know that cares as much as I do about getting big. We basically just agreed that it wasn't worth sacrificing months of progress just for the sake of looking a little bit better for 6 days on holiday. So in the run up to that second holiday, I continued not cutting, but gaining weight with the long-term goal of getting bigger and stronger. And then Malia arrived. Side note, that holiday was insane. And also I looked surprisingly good. Like, I felt great. I never really looked at myself and thought my abs aren't popping enough or I don't look lean enough. Like, I felt really good, didn't feel insecure whatsoever. So that's a win. And actually my fear on this holiday wasn't gaining weight, but losing it. See, when I went away, I weighed 90 kilograms, which for me is on the heavier side. So naturally that means that my maintenance calories have gone up. And I knew for a fact on a holiday like this, you are not eating much at all. My theory was this: we'd arrive at the villa quite late, head out onto the strip straight away, get absolutely shit-faced, go to bed, wake up the next day around 12, 1 p.m, struggle to eat anything whatsoever, and then do the same thing over again, rinse and repeat. And that is exactly what happened. And yes, don't get me wrong, 100% we'd be getting a lot of calories in from alcohol, but not nearly enough to put me in a surplus, which meant I wouldn't be gaining weight. And another huge problem on a holiday like that is wastage. Like, I'm getting no sleep, I'm not eating anything, and I'm drinking loads of alcohol. Like, those three things combined is a fast track to just wasting away. But this is exactly what I mean when I say the title of this video. I haven't dieted for 2 months. So with all this considered, how much of a difference does it actually make? So firstly, let's talk about my weight. On that first holiday, just before I left, I weighed 85 kilograms. And after 60 days of not dieting whatsoever, going on holidays, drinking, bearing in mind that did only take up about 11, 12 days of this 60 days. But yeah, all things considered, this morning, I weighed in at 91.7. So I'm up 6.7 kilograms in 60 days. Next, let's talk about strength. How has not cutting calories affected how strong I am in the gym? In a nutshell, I am right now the strongest I've ever been. And for me, the best measure of how strong I am is my incline dumbbell press. It's my favorite exercise. I know how strong I am specifically at that exercise. So I know if I walk into the gym and I push a certain way, I know if I'm weaker or stronger. For me, it's just the best indicator of how strong I am. And no, it's not the deadlift or squat because I have slipped discs in my spine, which is great fun. So when I was cutting on incline dumbbell press, I could not move off from the 40 kilogram dumbbells. My strength didn't drop from there, but I just could not progress up to heavier dumbbells. I completely and utterly plateaued. And now, as of today, I've just done the 45s for 7 reps. I've even started a road to 50 kilogram dumbbell series on my TikTok page, just because I feel like I'm getting so strong so fast, just because I'm eating more. And admittedly, as a guy that doesn't eat enough because he's scared of losing his abs, which is a bit pathetic, but body dysmorphia and that. Take it from me when I say when you actually do start eating more, you can definitely notice it in the gym. So yeah, I'm definitely stronger. And the most important one, how do I look? Have my abs completely vanished after gaining 7 kilos? So here's the before. Clearly very lean, but I just don't look full. I look a little flat and a lot smaller than this. That after 60 days after I went on that first holiday. And the first thing I notice is my abs are definitely still there, which is good. And although they're not nearly as defined, they're still visible, which is a big bonus for me. Also, I just look fuller. It looks like there's glycogen in my muscles. It looks like I have carbs in my body, which isn't ideal for when I'm trying to pose shirtless in the gym, but for when I'm just wearing a t-shirt like I am now, I probably look a lot bigger than I do when I'm cutting. And even though I'm not in a deficit, I still feel like I am a good amount of lean. Like, look at my arm in this clip. Like, there's good definition on my bicep. You can see the separation between my bicep and tricep. Like, my shoulder looks good. I'm happy with that. And that's recent as well. That was filmed under a week ago. Now, if you're going to take anything from this video, let it be this. If you're cutting right now and you know at some point it's going to come to an end and you want to main gain, you want to bulk, and you want to put on some serious size again, don't think that you have to take your physique the complete other way, become some overweight mass monster type thing. Don't think that you have to lose all your definition, because you just don't need to. And I'm really not trying to sound cocky or anything, but I feel like what I've done here in this 60 days, I've kind of demonstrated that it is possible. If you go about it the right way, it can definitely be done right. And you don't have to completely abandon your aesthetics when you're in a main gaining phase. But for now, what are my plans? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to put on some good size. I'm not super fussed about being shredded to the bone with my obliques popping out my stomach. And also, I just want to be on those 50 kilogram dumbbells. Like, that'll be a sick goal to achieve. And yeah, I'm going to see how far I can actually take this shit. But yeah, boys, that is what happens when you stop dieting for 2 months. If you have made it this far, please make sure you like and subscribe. Again, if you are ever shopping on Gymshark, use code HAL10 at checkout. If you are ever shopping at My Protein, use code HAL. And yeah, boys, that is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.